Welcome, everyone, to When Wrestling Was Wrestling, Episode 5. This one is all about one of the most feared Japanese wrestlers in history, Masa, Saito. Before we get into the videos of this wrestler, I want to thank Ron Fuller for the use of all the historic videos from his new TennesseeStreaming.com channel. It's quickly becoming one of the most popular in the world. In my opinion, it's also one of the best deals in wrestling, especially if you're a fan of classic old school wrestling. $4.99 a month, save 15% and buy the year for $49.99. I want to give fans a little background on our wrestling subject today. Masanori Saito was one of the best wrestlers in Japanese history. He was on the 1964 Olympic team representing Japan. The NWA Southeastern territory was one of the first he wrestled in when he came to America. The territory is given credit for his unusually fast adjustment to picking up the language as well as the skills of American professional wrestling. Afterwards, he wrestled all over the country in many NWA territories and the WWF, where he and his tag partner Mr. Fuji, also a former Southeastern star, were two-time world tag champions. When he returned to Japan years later, he earned the nickname Mr. Torture for his sadistic and punishing style. We are beginning today with a series of matches when he first came to Southeastern that show his amateur skill from the Olympics and also his sadistic and punishing style. This video is quick as he was against a much overmatched opponent, Charles Odum.
Charles Odum. His opponent from Japan at 245 pounds, the current Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Saito.
There you have the Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, Saito, taking on Charles Odum. Odum attacking Saito, but it seems to be all in vain.
Saito opening right up, and he's a powerful man. You can't take that away from him, Charlie. We've talked about the power in those hands. And you can see the muscular development of that body. A man who has done sumo, martial arts, Greco-Roman style wrestling, and you see that plain old-fashioned brawling as he drops Odum. Throw first across that top rope. That slashing chop sends Charles down once again. And what can you say about the Alabama heavyweight kingpin? But he's a tough man to handle.
Taking his man, and suplex for the pin. It's over.
Almost quicker than you can talk about it, Charlie. One of his many different variations of the suplex. Saito comes up to score a win over Charles Odum.
Mr. Saito showed none of his amateur skill in that match. He did, however, show one of his many unique and punishing suplexes to finish off his opponent. Let's take a look at another of his matches and maybe we'll see more of his wrestling skill. This one is against a much better wrestler, Robert Gibson.
Champion, Mr. Saito.
The Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, Saito, taking on Robert Gibson. And Robert giving up quite a bit of weight in this match, but he's fast, and he can move in that ring.
Robert giving away about 22, 24 pounds here. Saito right away on the takedown, goes for the ride. Robert finds the ropes, and he'll get a fresh start. Saito pressing immediately for advantage. And, of course, it will be the speed, the science of Robert Gibson against the power, the cunning, and the fantastic wide range of maneuvers by the Japanese ace, Mr. Saito. Saito double traps his man with the leg now. Cradles him over. And we'll get a break on the rope. Referee Larry Brock calling for the break. Now they're starting fresh once again, collar and elbow. Gibson comes up with the headlock now. Cinching up on it. Saito, man with the phenomenal grip, Charlie, that uses that sleeper like I've never seen it before. Taking his fingers, digging into the carotid artery along the neck, and using it so effectively, along with a array of suplexes and fantastic wrestling maneuvers.
Mr. Saito, the Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, front chancery now on Robert Gibson. Robert Gibson trying to maneuver out. And he does, comes up with the arm bar on Saito.
Saito back into that front face block now. Oh, a nice takedown to the side. And like I say, with this man, Charlie, I've never wrestled him, of course, but I'm not sure that I want to. There's so many styles. He comes at you so many different ways. It's really, really tough to defend against him, and Robert Gibson doing a very admirable job at this point.
He'll be, what amazes me, he can change his style in midstream. He'll be applying one type of hold to an opponent and then turn right back around with a different style of wrestling altogether.
Exactly, Charlie. And, of course, Robert Gibson, one of the fine junior heavyweights in the division today, very, very capable wrestler. Saito realizes that Gibson has the speed, has the science, and he has nullified that. He has tried to neutralize Robert at every move, staying on top of him, keeping him on that canvas. And that power, you can see it there, displayed in that full Boston Crab as Robert bridges up, Saito applying the pressure. And he's a well-put-together man at 242 pounds, Charlie.
Indeed, Robert Gibson in trouble. Bridging, trying to find some means of escape.
And relieving that pressure on the back, which is excruciating, with the power of Saito applying it through that Boston Crab. It's a man from Japan doing the crab from Boston. Saito using a little extra leverage on the knee pads, and Larry Brock catches it, calls for the break.
Takes his man head first in the turnbuckle. Saito opening up on Robert Gibson. Saito again, the open palm slap. But it's Gibson firing back. A good two righties to the midsection. Gibson firing back at Saito. Beautiful. Well played. But Saito sidesteps that one. That'll cause Robert some problems.
And Gibson bouncing all the way up to his knees on that one, Charlie, and Saito puts him away. A great effort by Robert Gibson, but that suplex, which bounced Robert...
That match was totally different from the first one. Mr. Saito showed much more of his amateur wrestling skill. Then used the same side suplex he did on his last opponent to get another win. The next match has another popular young star, Lee Welch, facing Mr. Saito.
Roy Welch, you see Saito taking off his Alabama State heavyweight wrestling title. Well, of course, a non-title match. Welch moving out ready, and Saito, there's your bell. We've got action. Saito moving out low, and they lock up. Welch, nice lock takedown. Right over on top of his man, and Saito finds the rope. Roy opening up early, Charlie, and realizes with this man, his power, his knowledge, versatility, you've got to handle him quick.
Indeed, it always amazes me to watch the various styles that Mr. Saito can go with. He probably one of the greatest pro wrestlers in America today. The Japanese Olympic champion. Good head moving by Welch, but as you see, Saito finds a quick way out.
He's built like a fire plug, but he moves well. He moves that weight deceiving. 242 to 46 pounds is his normal weight, and seen with a nice arm bar straddling Welch down to hold him down, apply that pressure. Yes, Charlie, Saito moves in and out of one style or the other with fluid grace. You can't go in the ring with one set battle plan and expect to handle him that way. And I think any man that's faced him thus far in our area can attest to that. You've got to go in there and be versatile. You've got to watch for his moves, which gives him a little bit of advantage, Charlie. He's got to open up first. You've got to know where he's going before you can defense against him.
Welch looking for some means of escape from Saito.
Roy trying to turtle on him so Saito can't find a handle, but as he comes up to his knees, Saito hooks that leg and breaks him back down, trying to grapevine the other leg. And doubles it up now, doubles it up. Of course, a stalling tactic in the amateurs will draw you a penalty. In the pros, you don't have that short time limit. And a man in a crucial situation will sometimes work a stall to see if he can lull his opponent into a false sense of security. Right now, Saito with that double leg lock and keying on that arm has his man tied up. And of course, at this particular point, unless you can make a man submit, you can't go any farther. But certainly, he's not moving well either. Saito now relinquishing the arm, going back to the legs. Welch up on that knee and breaks out. Nice move. Saito moved the leg around there within reaching distance. Roy with a nice quick counter and comes down on top, but once again in the ropes, he'll get the break.
Saito back to his feet. Going into grip, Saito with the hair. Plainly could see pulling the hair back on the ropes, and the referee calls for another break. Saito puts in that chop before the break. And again, chopping to the midsection, chest area of Roy Welch. Mr. Saito.
Pressing now, Charlie, and staying right on top of his man. He's opened up, and the assault, as you can see, is very effective. But Roy battling back, and Welch staggers his 12 blazed right hands, drops him with the fourth one, and now picks him up, catapults him cross ring. Roy going for that stretch, almost missed it, but is able to hook the abdominal stretch.
He has the stretch. Blue Sports and the ring official asking for submission, but it's Saito throwing his man off. Fair takedown by Welch.
Roy didn't have the leg grapevine completely. Saito was able to power out. Roy going to the spinning toe. Now Saito kicking it back into that turnbuckle. Dazes Roy now, and Saito moves in. And there's the power in those hands we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks, Charlie.
Going to work on the back of Roy Welch. Takes his man into the ropes. Misses with that shot. Welch going for a roll-up, but it was Saito holding onto those ropes.
He anticipated him there and was able to hang on. Here's one of those suplexes. He drops Roy.
It was becoming obvious to Southeastern fans that Mr. Saito definitely had a great amateur wrestling skill. But now we're going to see another side of the monster in 2 back-to-back examples of what he was all about. The first is an encounter between Mr. Saito and Brad Armstrong with injured ribs. And the second encounter is the first time Bob Armstrong laid his hands on Mr. Saito. It was only the beginning of future brawls between them.
And Brad is almost stopped before it can start. And you can see as he rips the shirt off. The ribs have been wrapped, and this is the result of that tag team title match we were trying to show on tape here. Saito and Rose ushering them out here, and this is all their idea. Here comes Dovell Austin, Robert Gibson, Roy Welch, and a host of others to try and break this up. They got to his ribs. As you can see, Charlie, we brought it out. The ribs are wrapped, and Brad cracked some ribs when he saved his father in that title match. We saw that on the tape. And apparently Rose and Condrey have run this man Saito out here. And what can you say? Attacking the guy, you can see the ribs are wrapped. No call for that at all. Hopefully we'll get this all straightened out.
And Mr. Saito, and Mr. Saito, a lot of people have been wanting to understand the way you use your sleeper or your Cobra hold, which is so much different from everyone else's. So we've asked you to come in and demonstrate us and show us exactly move for move how you do the sleeper hold.
Okay, I show you American people my sleeper hold. I show you now.
Okay, step by step, very slowly, if you will, Roy. Well, demonstration. Right, and when you feel yourself going, just tap him.
All right, I'll tap you on the arm. Don't worry about slowly.
Okay.
Okay.
Slowly, please go through it step by
Shake your
step.
hand. Oh, thank you. Very good. So camera here. Grab my left side, right side. I grab
the
my
left arm.
Outside.
Come across. Underneath, going up under the left arm.
Very important here.
Very important, Saito. Then he clamps out. Wait a minute, he's out. Wait a minute, he's going down. Break it up. Referee. Saito clamping down on the carotid artery.
Mr. Saito.
Wait a minute now. All right,
Saito. In that demonstration, Saito going after Welch. The referee tries to pull him off. Now it's Bob Armstrong. Armstrong coming into the ring. Mr. Saito supposed to be giving it a demonstration of his very unusual sleeper hold. He did not relinquish the hold as Roy Welch was going out, and then Saito grabs referee Larry Brock. Coming in to break it up, Bob Armstrong.
You all right, Roy?
And
Now, fans, we're going to see the real punishing, sadistic side of Mr. Torture. Our last video takes place after several weeks of violent matches between Bob Armstrong and Mr. Saito. Mr. Saito was defending his Alabama championship against Bob Armstrong on TV. It introduces Mr. Saito's best friends, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, the Southeastern tag champions, and highlights the danger created when the three of them got together.
This is an Alabama state championship match. Introducing the challenger in the corner to my left at 228 pounds from Marietta, Georgia, Bob Armstrong. The champion at 245 pounds from Tokyo, Japan, Mr. Saito.
And no doubt on who the crowd favorite is here, Bob Armstrong taking on Saito. It's the first championship match of championship month.
Exactly, Charlie. The Alabama State Highlands take the champion, Mr. Saito. Bob Armstrong, the challenger. Nice leg shift. Taken down by Saito. Armstrong hooks him, takes it over. These men have met before. No love lost here. A volatile situation. We've got it here on television. Championship month. Armstrong with a wristlock takedown into the Saito right back up. And of course, not as an only catch-as-catch-can style wrestling, but both of them versed in the martial arts. Saito feels that Armstrong's a disco dancer. And John Travolta, look out, because if this is disco, you're out of your league.
Saito with the front chancery. Armstrong trying to move his way out. That's where that strength in those arms come in handy right now, Les.
We can't forget the strength in the grip of Mr. Saito. Both men using a version of sleeper. And Armstrong right now with the armbar applying the pressure. Saito, a man built like a fire plug, a hard one to handle with a lot of power. Good leg strip. Traps that left leg, but Armstrong using the right leg. Comes down with a guillotine-like blow across the head of Saito.
Side headlock with takedown. Head scissors by Arms. Say what I've noticed on defense for Bob Armstrong, he's not giving Saito any chance to grab hold of that grip.
Both ways here, Charlie. I was just about to say, neither man has settled down with his offense yet. Both men moving fast, moving well. And, of course, television time much shorter than a normal hour time limit in a heavyweight championship match. So the challenger is put in a position he's got to go and go quick. The Saito is not just defensing. He's moving in. He's really aggressive as well. Nice fireman carry takedown into the armbar. And the man from Japan in control in the driver's seat now. He hangs onto the arm of Bob Armstrong.
Bob Armstrong looking for some means of escape.
Most definitely Armstrong has that speed going for him. Both men have similar submission holds, finishing holds, whatever you want to call them, the sleeper. Right now it is the power. The Japanese fire plug. Mr. Saito controlling offensively. Armstrong breaks free, comes up, hooks his man, and right out is the Japanese gentleman. Collar and elbow. No. Armstrong grabs the head. Saito in low with a waist lock now. Saito, when a surprise move, went in awfully low, and he has arms up. Applying that pressure.
Saito looking to hold Armstrong in. There again, Les. Both men moving quickly.
That leg sweep. Saito in good stead 3 times throughout this contest so far. The chop by the champion again.
But Armstrong fires back. Bob Armstrong firing it again against the Alabama State heavyweight champion. This is championship match. The ring official in the way of action. And Larry Brock is knocked down. Armstrong out of the ring.
He started to sit on that second rope, lost his balance, and fell through. He was dazed. And look here. He's blocking the chop attempt by Saito. Armstrong goes for his sleeper. Dennis Condrey with a board over the head of Bob Armstrong. That board splintered, Charlie. You could hear the thud over here, and the board splintered. Armstrong is out. No doubt about that. And Saito applies his Japanese sleeper. You can see him dripping in at that carotid artery. And Larry Brock on the wait a minute. Senior referee Tommy Weathers moves in to put a stop to this. What's his call going to be? Orndorff, Van Armstrong, Ray Harris, Jordan Austin all jump into the ring. Saito's gone. Bob Armstrong is unconscious, Charlie. He was nailed good with that board. The board was splintered.
I'm the senior referee in the Southeastern area. I'm taking it on my own to hold this belt up. I'm not going to sit back and watch something happen.
The official decision by senior referee Tommy Weathers. He has overruled Larry Brock's decision and is holding the belt up, Charlie, at this particular point. And I think it's the right decision on Tommy's part.
Indeed, and
Obviously, these three wrestlers would do most anything to win. I have great news for everyone because of our fast growth When Wrestling Was Wrestling Weekend show is now available wherever your favorite podcast is. It's also available on Ron's website, tnstud.com, where you can also see the videos as well as hear them, and just like you do on your home base, YouTube Southeastern Rewind. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be here next week for episode 6 of When Wrestling Was Wrestling.